Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. James Napoli, a postdoctoral researcher at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences and North Carolina State University. I say this immediately upon starting the video because we're trying to actually make this one short because we all need to go to sleep. But we wanted to record a video because I didn't get to go to Midwest Gaming Classic, which is now about a week ago. And while there was some activity that was done, apparently. That involved crayons and paper, where people were able to draw things. And I'm going to turn this over to Amelia to explain what actually happened because I didn't witness any of this.
Sure. So the original plan that I had for this activity was that people would have to try to draw something on the table without us telling them what it was. So the layout of our table was that we had a bunch of fossil casts as well as a couple extant skull replicas on the table that we could talk to people about and do some SciComm. But as we had never done this before, the flow of things kind of just wound up being different. So often we told people what things were before they drew them. People didn't seem to really want to try to guess, which is fine. Well, they like to guess, but they didn't want to draw and then,
Right. Anyway,
it doesn't matter. So basically what happened was that we had a pile of paper, of this nice, quality construction paper. The biggest pack of cool crayons that I could find. There was even sparkly ones, so I don't think, unfortunately, they're really good crayons with a sharpener and everything. We have all of them. I'm happy to say that all the crayons survived the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Some people did use the sparkly ones.
And people did use the sparkly ones. Yeah, I'm a little sad that the scans of these drawings will not show the sparkles. This one, I think specifically, I remember being sparkly. But anyway, so basically we just had paper and crayons and people could come up and if they wanted to draw something on the table, they could. But also if they wanted to draw whatever they wanted to draw, as you will see soon, we let them do that as well because most of the people who did do drawings were young. But it was actually, overall, it was a very good mix of people engaging with the drawing activity, which I wasn't sure how it would go over, given that it was crayons and construction paper. But we had a couple of older folks that were into the drawing as well as some younger kids as well. So we have, Scott, you said there's 20 drawings?
There's 20 on the nose.
Drawings. Hot dog.
Most people left their drawings, and most artists left their drawings. Some of them, particularly the ones that made lots of drawings for us, took a couple of them home with them. We tried to ask people to sign them. Some of them did, some of them didn't, Yeah, so because James wasn't there, now we can go through the different drawings that we were able to keep and react to them, I suppose.
Yes. This is a reaction video. I'm going to say the word react a few more times because YouTube likes that, apparently.
You have to go
yeah.
Couple times.
I'll take some thumbnails for this. Don't worry. You don't need to screen grab it from here.
Good.
Yeah.
Do you have an artist beret and a big Crayola, one of the huge crayons that you can really hold?
I did once have a flat cap because an ex-girlfriend of mine told me that she had always wanted to date the kind of man who wears a flat cap, so she just bought me one and told me to start wearing it.
Real shame that didn't work out.
I know.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
It's listen, just remember, if the person you're dating isn't who you want them to be, change them.
I can fix him, she thought. She could not.
Right, and the hat did not fix me. Anyway,
My hat fixed me.
Anyway,
it did fix you, Scott. Yeah, and an old girlfriend. Man, I always wanted to date a man who dresses like his Indiana Jones.
Nobody cared who I was until I put on the hat.
All right, let's get into the drawings, I suppose.
And I'm Scott Johnston, the vertebrate paleontology fossil preparator and technician at Harvard University's Museum of Comparative Zoology. All right, shall we get into this?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so starting off, we have a pterodactyl, as you can see.
I like the giant shark teeth.
It is an inspired choice. This one I love because the pterosaur that we had, the specimen that we had was a cast of the holotype of Taradactylus. And if you look at it, its head is basically in that position, especially from where you were looking at it on the table. So this is really a good interpretation of where the head is on that, which is not immediately obvious in the cast.
No. We had one person ask if it was a spider,
Wow.
which
Well, it
was
makes sense because
pretty
yeah.
great.
the
Yeah.
pose that it's in, there's just kind of bones
And
everywhere.
I like the color blending on it. Like, it looks like they're really trying to do some subtlety in the coloration. Crayons are not always the best tool for that. I think this is great.
Yeah.
You'll
Do
see
we
some
know-
subtlety.
What's the author's name at the bottom? Does anybody remember? Is this
I don't
Ada
know.
G?
I think it's Ada, yeah.
Ada G. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
believe we have another one from her, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, let's see if it's the next one. It is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. Yes, Ada.
Oh, yeah.
I do like the phonetic T-Rex.
Yeah.
I like that as T-Rex
T-Rex.
as well.
Yeah.
It's very good. I
Yeah.
like this one a ton.
There's
The
a
shark-
lot of colors.
The teeth are like an artistic trademark of Ada, and I like that.
They are. Yeah. Ada's leaving her stamp on all of this. One little fun fact, apparently before Mike Tursick, the paleoartist, intervened, the T-Rex in Jurassic Park was going to have giant great white shark teeth as well.
Really?
Really?
They completely messed up the design, and one of the paleoartists they consulted with was like, wait a minute, no.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, that's fortunate.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
it's
exactly.
like how
We came very
I
close to a much worse design.
I do kind of miss, like, well, in the animatics of the raptors in the kitchen scene where they have the raptors that are flicking their tongues
Mhm.
like monitors. That's fun.
Yeah.
I know Horner
Yeah.
jumped on him pretty hard for that, but like it's a cool little trait that they had.
Now I'm curious, was there a T-Rex skull on the bench? Was this
No, there was a
So-
T-Rex tooth.
okay? So she didn't really have a lot to go on here for
No.
this, right?
No.
So she was mostly reacting to a big tooth. And honestly, the teeth are pretty like long banana shaped. Like, they're different
Especially
than the
that one.
pterodactyl teeth. Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She basically was Edward Drinker Cope at this point, drawing what he thought Mosasaurs looked like.
All right, moving on. See,
Ooh,
this is a fun one.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
All right, can you
that's-
guess what it is, Jimbo?
Well, it looks like it's lacking a lower temporal bar, so this
Ooh.
must be a squamate. And it's got posteriorly retracted nares that are kind of flattened into a goofy duckbill shape, which means that for some reason that's what varanids look like on the inside. So I know this is a Komodo dragon because I know what skulls Amelia has. But,
He did it.
This is great.
Yeah.
It's very good. This is from Liam.
Yeah.
This is Liam.
This is
yeah.
from Liam.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
For context, this is approximately the perspective he was going for.
Yeah. This is great. I mean, how long was he working on this for? Like, I can't imagine he was able to spend too long on it, given
Not
that just
that
a couple
long,
minutes.
yeah. It's like
Yeah,
10
just,
minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. For like just a couple of minutes, especially, this is really good. I like the shading.
Mhm.
He gets the depth really well. And like, you can see a lot of like very organic bone shapes.
Yeah. Liam took the immediate artist's approach, which we learned about, which we'll talk about later. I want to save kind of more discussion about that to later, but there is an immediate tell, like, oh wow, this is going to be some serious business.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. Like, I've got Liam's Gorgosaurus fan art that he made behind me here, and I'm really impressed with his artwork. I especially really like, I haven't seen them up close, but like his renditions of Ichthyosaurus and Jungarsuchus.
The Jungarsuchus is great.
They're great.
Yeah, he did really well. Like, I think he's got a really, really great artistic career ahead of him.
Oh God, me too. Yeah,
Looking forward to seeing more stuff that he makes.
my Basilosaurus is in my lab right by my workstation. It's
It's a shame
very
you didn't put it in your
place
apartment behind you so it could be in the videos, Scott.
I know, but I wanted to see it at work and show it off to all my coworkers.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Well, let's move on to the next one. Oh yes,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
this is
Yeah.
not a blank page.
Oh.
This is a statement on the quality of the fossil record.
This was a wild encounter. It was a lot of fun. But to describe what is here, I promise, is some
little bit
yellow
of here.
shapes. This kid grabbed the lightest yellow crayon that we had and then just barely touched the paper with it. He drew a circle and I asked, "Are you done?" And he goes, "Yeah."
It was great.
It was really good. And then his guardian was like he bought a sticker for him, which he then immediately put on his shirt, which I was a little confused by. But they were great.
This is fantastic. Do you know his name?
No.
Nope.
Because he's immediately he's going to be a famous modern artist to be like, I will work for 5 seconds. I am done. It is art.
The encounter was a whirlwind. I cannot stress this enough.
Yeah, no, he's got a future ahead of him.
What was going on? It was great.
Yeah, I think the whole interaction was less than 2 minutes.
Liam's going to be doing like really detailed anatomical drawings, and this kid will be a world famous artist who contributes to money laundering for the elites so that they can dodge their taxes. Anyway, no, I mean, I wish I could see it more. It's hard with the scan.
Me too. It's hard to see in person.
Yeah, I can see the 2 circles.
Yeah, I can see him. I can. But it's especially with the quality of the stream, it's just kind of blurring together a little bit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Because after he said he was done, he was not in fact done. He drew some more on this paper.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on to the next one. Oh, Caroline did a bunch. She did some really good ones.
Yeah. I like this. Did we have a hominid skull?
Yes,
we did.
Well, there's an ape.
Mm-hmm. So was this the ape?
No. She did the ape before this. I joked that this was a self-portrait.
Right. I was going to say it looks like it's just labeled like the skeleton ghoul is just labeled Caroline.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is great.
I like that. I really like the subtlety that there's a bit of shading around the nares as well. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's really, really good. Yeah, this one makes me happy. But yeah, you'll see she has a couple in here because I think it might be the next one that is. Oh no! Well, that's another Caroline original.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah,
I like how it's not saying anything but confusedly.
It's not a thought behind those eyes.
Oh right. God, this is good.
Ain't it great? Oh man, this one makes me. This is one of my favorites.
It makes me very happy. I don't think we were talking about intelligence in pterosaurs. I think that was just she drew this animal and was like, "There's nothing going on in there."
I know.
Wait, she said that like that was her joke.
No. We are in making interpretations.
I see.
It's very good though.
Yeah.
I like shark. I don't know.
This one was really cool.
This is great. Yeah, I like the two-tone design here.
Well, it's half skeleton and half.
Oh yeah, right. Half. Now I'm seeing.
And there's another one like this in here, I believe that. But this one was the next first. One. It's the next one, yeah. But yeah, it was a very interesting decision. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the front. Like sharks aren't really often depicted from the front on. And it's tricky to do, and Ben pulls it off pretty well.
Yeah, he does. Mm-hmm.
And the next one is...
Oh, yeah, this was great.
But by someone else.
Oh, yeah, I thought that this was another Caroline one.
Freya here. I like skull and monkey.
Yes.
Inside of you, there are 2 halves of this drawing.
I think this was Proconsul, right?
It was Proconsul, yeah. Which, James, in doing a little bit of Googling... to learn about our critters that we had there so we could talk about them. I found out that the name Proconsul is named after a specific chimp from the London Zoo.
Yeah,
its name was Consul. Yeah. I did not know that before.
Proconsul is all those memes about pushing Tiktaalik back into the water?
Yeah.
It's like I would simply take Proconsul and throw it out onto the open plain.
No. It's evolving by Peter. You've just sped it up.
Oh, God, no. It's a Twilight Zone episode as one person hates chimpanzees so much they try to kill the first Proconsul and they accidentally set a human evolution in motion. Writes itself. This is great. I like this.
Oh, it's very fun.
It's very cool.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This is,
right?
This is one of our patrons, right?
Wow. Like, I've never seen crayon able to capture this kind of shading and like give it a sense of form like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is really
one
good.
of our patrons.
Yeah, this was one of the this was one of the first ones we had, right?
One of the first few. Yeah,
that's really good.
We also of course, we didn't have any Deinocheirus material on the table, but like they know what this animal looks like.
Yeah,
they really captured how it's a weird humpback ducked appearance.
If you know how to draw
this
the weird
great.
goose, draw the weird goose.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
I like that he makes it shaggy too,
Yeah.
To spite James.
despite James.
He was
I believe
corrected.
I think he actually genuinely said that when we were
Cool.
talking with
I
him.
think so, yeah.
It would cook. Cook
Let
its
it-
own
let it cook.
tissues.
Yeah,
We gotta
because-
cook.
Let him cook this
We gotta
thing.
cook Jesse. What do we do now?
yeah, we had a whole little back and forth about how like I like it that it's shaggy, even though I know James doesn't. And then we were like, hey, the biggest thing that we can agree on is this thing must have smelled horrible.
Oh yeah. A disgusting swamp creature, but a beautiful rendition of it. So thank you, Dominic.
Absolutely.
Especially thank you for supporting the Skeleton Crew on Patreon.
Absolutely.
This is great. Oh,
This guy, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
This was, I think,
Oh, yeah.
Dalton. This is time to tell.
It is.
I just want to briefly say I thought this said RJ Palmer for a second, and I was like, I did know RJ was a good artist, but holy shit! All right, now tell me, Dalton. I'm sorry.
Oh, so yeah, so this gentleman came up to the table and we had a great time, and he is an artist, and so we're like, oh, do you want to draw something? He's like, oh, sure. And so we brought a chair out for him, and like he did the thing that I've seen artists do before, where it's like kind of take a certain pose to look at the thing. Like there's like you get back, like because it's all about like getting like light and dark and like depth, and less about like what exactly the object is and like how light behaves on the object. And then he did the thing which became the trademark of like, oh, this person's gonna be, this is some serious business. Take the crayon. Let me see if I have like a pencil or a pen near me. I don't. But you take the crayon like this, and you hold it sideways, and you take it to the paper like sideways. If you got the sideways grip on the crayon, so you know that something's cooking.
This is really good.
Yeah, and this was the juvenile Pinacosaurus skull.
I was about to say I didn't realize you had a Pinacosaurus, but I was like, I can't make this in my head anything else.
Yep.
I really like this effect.
It's so
Beautifully
good.
done.
Absolutely gorgeous piece. Thank you, RJ.
Yeah, thank
Yes. RJ Palmer.
you.
I also love this one.
Yeah, this
I-
rocks.
I'm
These
reading
were-
this. I understand now, after 1 second, that that's a gigantic mouth on the dinosaur. But I thought it was being depicted goose stepping directly into a volcano, which I liked a lot.
This is a pair of sisters that made a lot of drawings.
Mhm.
This is really fun.
Yeah.
It's like a T-Rex, but with the mouth of a Dunkleosteus.
Right.
And I love it so much.
There's
Goose
another
stepping into a
sparkly one.
volcano. I can't see it as anything else now, unfortunately, now that I said it. That's great. Thank you, Mackenzie.
Oh, so good. This one is untitled and unclaimed, but
It was either Mackenzie or her sister. It was of that
yeah, I think
bad.
this was her sister.
Yeah.
I like the amount of emotion going into the eyes of these guys. Like they did a good job of giving each one a very definite personality
Mhm.
just from the eye.
Mm-hmm,
You got the cute one, you got the malevolent one, you've got the really, really stupid one. The one little dot for the eye. That's really good.
And the baby. In the
And
egg.
the baby.
Yeah.
It looks like Kilroy.
It kind of does, yeah.
Kilroy was here.
This is a masterpiece.
I love this. This is so good.
So good.
This made me smile so much.
Now, Jojo is the artist name, right?
I think so.
I kind of, again, want this to be just labeled Jojo.
That's what this is.
This is Jojo.
So I love the feet.
The feet are so good. I love the sense of perspective as well of like the neck getting bigger as it goes up, of like its head's closer.
Right.
That's how I interpret it anyways.
I really like this. I'm speechless.
the tail, of course. You mentioned perspective. The tail is hidden behind the body.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course, yes.
I'm speechless.
Well, let's get some more speech about this amazing man.
I like
Oh,
this.
this is great.
This is a good one, yeah.
Is this her website?
I guess so, yeah.
Dalton, are you going first?
Oh, this is an awesome website.
Really?
Oh, wait.
Yeah, this is like a GeoCities style kind of thing. This is awesome.
Oh my God, Katie Planet.
I like how it's plaid.net.
That's
That's
fantastic.
clever.
This is great. Are we gonna give it the skeleton crew hug of death?
I don't know if we have quite enough people for a hug of death, but
I don't know where they're hosting the website, though. It's possible.
that's true. This is awesome.
Everybody go to katieplaid.net.
Yo, this is
give her
And
some
if you
love.
search RJ's name from his art, you can find his Instagram where he's got more art.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We'll throw it up when we have his art up there.
I like this. I like Tiktaalik. I actually think it's okay that Tiktaalik came out onto land. I just think that the first monkey should have been eaten by some sort, whatever carnivorans were around then. Maybe a creodont.
That's actually not a real.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, I forgot to say it with single quotation marks around it. Oh, this is evil. I like this a
Yeah,
lot.
it's so
Clearly
great.
the pterosaur. It's the king in yellow, I think. I'm calling this one the king in yellow. This is great.
He is a king, and
No,
it is yellow.
but no artist name.
No artist name, very sadly.
Yeah.
Well, if you do
Unclaimed
this, please
masterpiece.
claim it in the comments.
I love the angry eyebrow and the little crest. It's very, very, very good pterosaur.
Yeah, it's giving flying monkeys a little bit.
Mhm.
Like it's I like this.
In the best evil way. It's so good.
Yeah.
This is, I believe, a self-portrait. I think this was also Jojo. Was Jojo Mackenzie's sister? Maybe, possibly.
I don't.
I don't
remember.
know. I do not remember.
Okay, I don't either.
I like
remember-
that. Go on,
Sorry.
please.
I was just I remember that one sister was much younger than the other.
Mhm.
That's all. Maybe not.
I like the effort to choose a palette here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. Gotta test out, find the right shade.
Yeah. It tells a
And-
story.
Chose a very good one.
Yeah.
To draw
This is
their
great.
three-eyed portrait.
This is just a very friendly drawing. I really like
Very
it.
friendly.
It does look happy.
The absolute happiest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this a coprolite?
No.
Oh, yes, it's my favorite. Not my favorite.
This is
God.
amazing. I just
So-
love it so much.
This one, this kid came up, did not speak to us.
No.
Immediately grabbed the brown. He was inspired. The Holy Spirit possessed him, and he knew exactly what he had to do. He grabbed the brown crayon with such authority and just started going, drawing our T-Rex tooth.
And that's the only thing it looks like.
Yeah.
And then he did his drawing. He worked real hard on this drawing, and this was another whirlwind encounter. Because then I think he drifted over to the pin side. His parents were there because he tried to steal a pin or two.
It's really
Not
funny.
steal, this
Not
is a young
knowingly.
child.
Yeah.
This is a young child who does not understand the concept of goods and services. In exchange
He
for
is free.
yeah, his parents were like, oh no, and then he just like bolted and was gone, and then his parents followed. It was like,
That's really funny.
It was so
I will
good.
dazzle them with my T-Rex tooth.
And dazzle
it's like
we
a
were.
smoke grenade.
Oh my goodness. All right. Next one.
Oh,
yeah,
this is giving Hyena but My Little Pony.
yeah. That's because we had one of the popular models that we have is the hyena skull that I have.
Oh, right. We had a hyena skull, right?
That'll be it.
Yeah.
We had a hyena skull. It's this one specifically. I did bring the leopard seal, but it made me very nervous, and it was very big, so we did not put it on the table. But we got a lot of good engagement with this one, talking about bone crushing between this guy and T-Rex and, anatomy and all that.
That's great. This is beautifully done. I mean, like, clean line work, like, beautiful signature.
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Yeah, I love
good little
this.
character.
This was awesome.
Thank you, Freya. I like the hyena. Looks
It's
like
mischievous.
it's really happy about something.
It's a hyena.
It's up to shit.
It's
Malicious.
giggling.
Well, one of the clues we would give people, so the hyena was a fun one to try and get people to guess, because they would usually be like, it looks like a cat, but it's not. We're like, right.
Right, like a hyena.
Mm-hmm.
Like a hyena, yeah. But no, one of the last clues we would give to people is that it likes to have a good laugh.
I see. Right.
Yeah, so that may have.
And the ball python, is that a snake with a baseball head?
No. That's a very specific, I think, morph that she owns, or her dad, or it was a banana morph ball python. It was she loved snakes. She had a lot to say about snakes.
That's
and
good.
specifically wanted it to be a banana morph ball python. And we're like, oh, okay,
and
cool.
That was, inspired by the anaconda skull that we have.
I see.
I think it's looking at you, so like...
I see. I thought it was a pun where it was like also a ball.
Mm.
Oh.
Like I was
could see
reading
that,
that as baseball,
honestly.
but like also it's the head of the snake.
Yeah.
But that's great. Thank you,
All
Freya.
right. And our last one.
Oh, this was actually our first one.
This was our first one. These are in reverse order, I believe.
Yeah.
Very
good. We had the first kid this was our first drawing. Kid was very, very shy, but his mom encouraged him to draw. We had a baby Ichthyosaurus cast as well.
Oh, right.
So we were like, as he was kind of drawing, we're like, it's like a fish, but it's got X, Y, and Z. So that's kind of like the things as we were talking, he was adding the different details and his mom was helping him out. And then there was an older brother that I started talking about mosasaurs with, because we had the mosasaur cupcake stand that we had the pins on. And I had 2 mosasaur skulls. So I was talking to him about that, and that inspired him to pick up a crayon and also draw a little mosasaur for us.
Beautifully done. I do like the mosasaur quite a lot. I like the baby Ichthyosaur. I actually briefly interpreted it as an elephant fish and was going to make a joke about how big their brains are for their body size. But no, that's great. And the mosasaur, like, it looks mean in the right way.
Yes.
It's giving Waterhouse Hawkins a little.
Oh, yeah.
Which I like. This is fantastic.
I also like that that Angel labeling his drawing also just made me think that it was like, this is a drawing. This is a biblically accurate ichthyosaur.
Be not afraid.
Be not afraid. And be not afraid of the fact that the video's over now.
We did it.
Yeah,
that was all 20.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we go, I'm going to briefly just thank our patrons, who we'll put in the credits here, and our most generous patrons at the time of this recording. I should have this committed to memory by now, but I don't.
No, because it
apologize.
Changes.
It does change.
It gets longer. It's very good.
It gets longer. Our as of recording, Benjamin Siepser, nickname, original username, Philip Fico, AK92, Christopher Bellis Jones, Adamolos, Ben Brocklehurst, Deinocheirus, Dinodom, King Zashu, Max Ironpaw, Pythonic, Wanderer, and we. So thank you all so much for your support, and thank you to all of you again who came to see us at Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank you to all of the, I think, mostly young artists who contributed here. This is really fantastic. Not having been there, it's really amazing just to see kind of how much, we were able to connect with people. It's always a very special thing. And it's one of the things that makes me proudest about this channel is the way we've been able to connect with so many people in what seems to be a much more kind of personal way than a lot of other YouTube channels do. And we've got a really active community in our Discord. If you want to be a part of that Discord, it's tied to our Patreon, so go consider supporting us there. But even in the comments section here, we have so many, frequent commenters, inside jokes, and all of that. It's really wonderful. And it's great to see the young generation of aspiring paleo artists and paleontologists and what they can do right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So thank you all.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good night, guys.